want to be beautiful. I want to be a Hollywood wife. Maybe if I just put some extensions, like it won't take that many, right? No, it won't take that much. Just put one here. More extensions, just more extensions, more extensions. No, they'll think it's mine and they'll think I live in Beverly Hills. Do I look like a Kardashian yet? What's up, dolls and dames? Ms. Roxy Star here from Sephora Squad, back for you again today with another video, and this time we're talking about hair, and I am so excited to tell you. I have found a company that does hair care specifically for women over the age of 40. Yes, somebody finally figured out that we needed a niche product to address the concerns we have about our hair once we pass the 40 and head on off into the best and most prime parts of our life. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling just as sexy and just as amazing and just as wonderful as I did 20 years ago, except I have to work twice as hard at it. Actually, some days I don't feel as good as I did 20 years ago, and some days I feel like I'm better, and some days it's all something to process and deal with. You know, getting a little bit older every year is a thing for women, right? There's a lot of pressure on us around beauty that affects how we feel. And so when I encountered a product specifically made for us and specifically made for hair concerns, which I struggle with big time, I was thrilled when they wanted to partner. So today I'm going to tell you who they are. I'm going to tell you just a bit of my story and what I've been through with my hair and what my concerns are and how they affect my self-esteem and my self-confidence. I'm a confident woman, but I'm not going to lie, like the issues with my hair affect how I feel about myself. And then I'm going to tell you about a journey I'm going to go on with this company over 60 days so we can really get into how well this stuff works. And because it's me and you know I am crazy, we'll probably have a few good laughs along the way. So if this sounds good, stick around. Let's get started. And don't forget, while we're doing so, to pick up your phone or pick up your laptop, whichever one you're not watching me on, and go to Instagram at Ms. Roxy Star, MSROXYSTAR, and follow me there on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe here right below this video right now so you don't forget. I know you're drinking wine while you're watching this, girl. You're gonna forget. You're gonna get to the third glass and you're gonna forget because you drink fast, girl. So subscribe now, okay? Now's a good time. Click subscribe. All right, without further ado, let's talk hair over 40. So there's a few things you need to know fundamental about this brand. Here's what some of their packaging looks like, by the way. And can we just start by saying, you know, let's just give them kudos for their name, first of all, because a lot of women, they don't actually feel, there's this notion that women want to feel and look younger. It's not so much that you're wanting to feel and look younger, right? It's that you want to feel and look better, but it doesn't have to be younger. And so I love their brand name, Better Not Younger. Now, what I love about their products is the approach. So it's a three-pronged approach that works on the internal health, the condition of the scalp, and then managing and taking care of the hair you have. So the idea is most products are built for the hair you have, okay, and young hair. And that means whatever's already here, we're gonna give you this product, that product, and third product to make it thicker and make it more volumized and make it softer and make it smoother. But it's all about the hair that you already have, okay? Better Not Younger's system is three-pronged. It's a multifaceted approach that goes from your internal and your supplemental. So there's supplements involved. I'll show you that. It goes into the hair you have and the products, but also into the scalp. The third part of it is the scalp. Now I want to start by letting you know where I'm at with my particular hair experience at the moment. So this is the hair that I have currently once it's been styled and a lot of product has been put into it. It's not per se like the style I would go out and pay someone to give me, but I'm at this point in my life where I have enough frustrations around my hair and I've just had to learn that I just got to do what I can do sometimes. So where I'm at in my journey is I had tape-in hair extensions since last August, which was like a lot of months. It is now April, and I got very used to how beautiful I felt with those in. Well, with quarantine and lockdown, going and getting those redone wasn't an option. And I was like, well, no time like the present to give my hair a break and do something amazing with it. So I'm gonna take a moment so I can show you more specifically what my hair condition is like and looking just not good in my opinion. It's the hardest part of my beauty routine, to be honest with you. I struggle when I see my hair like this. It's very difficult. But let me show you that now. Okay, so the hair as you're seeing it is shampoo, conditioner, really basic products, nothing really extra special, and detangling spray. That is it. Air dried, no heat tools. So this is my hair at that stage of when those things happen. So it has been color treated, as you can see, over the last few months. You should note that in case you have the same done to your hair. And the outgrowth. So here's my natural color, okay? So we'll first kind of look here. Now, one of the big concerns that I suddenly had over the last like year and a half that I never had before that really bugs me is this, like, I feel like I'm balding right here, even though I know I'm exaggerating that in my mind and I'm not balding. Like, I never had this weird thinness right here until, you know, maybe the last year or two, something like that. I'd have to go back in my head. But I don't know if you're noticing this, but this is one of my bigger concerns. See how see how much of that there is? That wasn't usual when I was younger. Also, I've always had fine hair, but it was fine thick hair, which meant it was fine hair, but there was a lot of it. Fine thin hair is that it's fine and there's also not very much of it. So this is really all the hair I have. I mean, it's just nowhere near the amount of hair I used to have. And a lot of what's here is barely like, you know, this is it. So let me turn sideways. Look at this. What the hell? What the hell? Then if you go back here, this is where things are a little bit better because you can see there's still like a lot more hair concentrated here. Like if you just look in this area here, just the density, there's a lot more hair here. But then again, look, I mean, look at it's just like dry looking, it's scraggly looking. Also the condition of the scalp. My scalp looked visibly different. It looked dry, it looked kind of icky. And I think it comes from the fact that when you have thin, fine hair, you can't wash it very often, or you end up using a lot of dry shampoo. And so something else I noticed is like my scalp kind of changed. And I think the opening of the hair follicle kind of changed a little bit as well. And then also texture. That's the other thing I would point out is the texture is a little different. This is all new since being over the age of 40. And if you're trying to grow out color, then, you know, you also have the battle of whether or not you like your natural color. If you do, more power to you. Please don't judge me that I'm so judgmental of mine, but I just gotta be me and like have my opinion, and I don't like my natural color. Let me tell you really quick too, a little bit about my story of trauma around my hair. So I used to dye it bleach blonde for years and on and off for years and years and years. When I was younger, and then also when I was a burlesque performer, and all of these things, I dyed it blonde. At least 4 times over the course of my life, somebody has been extremely negligent and literally burned suddenly out of nowhere all that blonde hair off of me and left me with like scragglies or almost no hair. One time I had to get wigs. And every single time it was, to be honest with you, emotionally devastating, because no matter what I did to look good elsewhere, I barely had any of this like just scraggly, like broken off disaster looking hair that was super upsetting. And then I was upset because it upset me so much. It made me feel vain. It made me feel shallow. It made me feel like people have it worse. And so then I was really hard on myself because I was like, you shouldn't be this upset. Like, how vain are you? How into beauty are you that you are struggling this much emotionally? I was making it hard on myself. So part of why this is all so hard for me as I'm getting older is those 4 traumatic events. So I'm really self-conscious about how little hair I have here in the front. Anyway, I didn't want to show you, but there it is. Thinking about my hair over the years had me thinking about hair trends over the years, which I thought would just be fun to include in the video, because once you're over 40, you've had enough time to have experienced quite a few. You know how in each decade, like there was a look or a thing that in theory made you look great, and then you would try to go and like look like it, but it didn't necessarily work the same for you. And the first one that came to mind for me was in the 80s. I was a kid in the 80s, so this was like an impressionable time for me, but Tawny Katane dancing on the car in the Whitesnake video with her luscious long red hair, and you know, the hair flip. And I thought this would be really good hair to demonstrate how trying to do those same hair flips over the age of 40 now in 2020 is not necessarily going to work out very well for me. And I should qualify that by saying I spent years as a pole dance and fitness instructor. And so I was the queen of hair flips when I taught those fitness classes. So it is really crushing to me that I can't do them properly anymore. But let's just take a look. What happens when you hair flip Tawny Katane style now? Yeah. I think we're on our way to a mullet. Like, what? I dressed sexy for you today because I want to remind you that over the age of 40, you're just getting started, baby. You're just getting started. You're sexier than ever. Just the bra is a little bit more robust, okay? Okay, now let's go late 90s and talk about the hair trend known as the Rachel. Oh my God, as annoying as the person it was named for. First of all, never has the history of hair ever had a hairstyle that was more prone to be in your mouth. All of these little essential tendrils that were so integral to the Rachel had to be here, and they were constantly in your mouth and like fingers on your face. Second, you could have the least blocked shape head in the world and you had a block shaped head if you had the Rachel, period. Like, you just did. Not good for our self-esteem to be trying to follow a hair trend that has us looking like blockheads. Third, let's say you had any extra weight in your face and you were like, I already have major cheeks going on. Maybe you're pregnant, maybe you're bloated. I mean, shit, it was the 90s. Probably you had an eating disorder. We all had eating disorders in the 90s because of the supermodels. So let's say you were having all that extra weight on because of that, and then this hair covers every angle. Who's gonna look good like that? Like, I need my angles to be showing, not Rachel tendrils covering up so I just have one size of face. Yet another one, ladies. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. Nobody was gonna really end up looking all that good in it. I don't care. It wasn't gonna happen. Okay, and of course, who can forget how attractive it was in the 2000s when we all got chunky highlights because we all wanted to look like we were dirty like Christina, but you know, cute and classy version of it like Kelly Clarkson. I mean, everybody looks good with huge strips of their hair in two completely contrasting colors, right? Don't we all want to be Cruella de Vil a la 2000? No, bitch, we don't. This was a horrible trend. Like, let's be honest, the blondes were so much blonder. I mean, it was so stark, you guys. Nobody was gonna look good with this two-tone hair. It doesn't exist. Okay, so let's talk about another trend that is really hard to pull off for almost anybody who doesn't have like thick, strong hair. And this was in the 2010s pretty much. This is gonna be your Kim Kardashian slash Housewives of Beverly Hills split in the middle, 17 pounds of hair look, right? So like, who can do that? You're like, I want to be beautiful. I want to be a Hollywood wife. I want to be a Kardashian. Okay, middle part. And then all of us are like, maybe if I just put some extensions, like it won't take that many, right? No, it won't take that much. Just put one here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, do I look like a basketball wife? Do I look Beverly Hills? No, I don't yet. I don't. I need more. This one's small. Maybe it goes in the front to really lay down that middle part. That must be what they do. They lay down that perfect middle part with two small pieces. And then it's not the same though. It doesn't look the same. Why doesn't mine look okay, more extensions, just more extensions. But the problem is it's not working for you, right? Because you have thin, fine hair that is sparse and wiry, and these claws on these things are just like just tearing the hair out of your head, but you're determined to have this housewife hair. So then you're like, I know what I'll do. And I'll just go all in. I'll go all in. Nobody will know that I killed my neighbor down the road with the natural hair, and I stole it from her and I made it into a wig. But no one will know. They'll think it's mine, and they'll think I live in Beverly Hills, and they'll think I'm a housewife there, and they'll think I'm sisters with the Kardashians. Do I look like a Kardashian yet? And of course you don't look like a Kardashian yet, because no human on the planet has that much hair, nor can anybody normal afford to have that much hair put on their head. The housewives have that hair because they have the money to have all that hair. And when you have just a little tiny bit of hair like I do, it can be a lot more difficult. Although I have rocked a head full of extensions, not gonna lie, I've done it. And it was beautiful. But needless to say, I just want to point out that trying to keep up with these trends can be very, very, very hard on our self-esteem. Very hard. Thankfully though, now we have a company like Better Not Younger to help us with all of the things around these problems. So what I'm gonna do, dolls and dames, well, dames, this is for my dames. I'm gonna try this system for 60 days straight. I'm gonna do the whole Better Not Younger thing for 60 days straight. This is my before video, and I'm gonna do 9 of their products. The shampoo and conditioner called Wake Up Call, and it is for volumizing. So it is Wake Up Call Volumizing Shampoo and Conditioner, Superpower Fortifying Hair and Scalp Serum, applied directly to the scalp. The Better Not Younger Hair Redemption. So this is your restorative butter mask, okay? I'm gonna do an update in May. So I'll be posting. If you follow me, you know that I'm on the Instagram a lot. And so you know I probably will be doing like random updates on the gram anyway in stories or whatever. But for sure, I will be doing a specific progress update on Instagram in May. And then at the end of June will come the YouTube video that has the outcome on the whole process. Now, the other things I'm going to be using, so you know the whole shebang of what I'm doing, is going to be the supplements. So you've got your Power Within, and this is your skin and scalp collagen gummy, significant other hair fortifying vitamins, as well as the Better Not Younger New Dawn activated charcoal scalp cleanser, the Lift Me Up hair thickener, sorry, lots of talking. Lift Me Up hair thickener, and then the No Remorse hair protection and taming spray. This is a big deal for me because my hair is extremely sensitive to heat tools. Having any heat protectant is, to me, fundamental. Like, I wouldn't even try the system if it didn't include a heat protectant, because that would be insane. But that said, typically, just so you know, I only probably style my hair 2 to 3 days a week. Max. I probably only wash it 2, maybe 3 days of the week. And so that's kind of my regimen, and we'll see if I need to adjust, you know, with these products. Oh, and also, I forgot, paraben-free, sulfate-free, cruelty-free, vegan, and safe for colored and chemically treated hair. So if you go and get your styles on at your salon, you can use Better Not Younger on your hair also, which is awesome. Now, before I let you go, in case you're interested, because this is actually one part of the brand that I was extremely interested in, I'm a women's empowerment type of person. If you've been following me for any period of time, you know that I'm all about like women lifting up other women. So I want to tell you really quick about Sonsoles, who created the brand. So she, first of all, her pedigree in business, you guys, is amazing. Like, this woman has a decades-long beauty industry career that is going to show in these products. So let me also tell you that even though this brand is indie and small right now, she is bringing her A game to this stuff. This is not no flash in the pan product. I fully believe I'm going to see results from this. She did this project because she was in the industry and she noticed kind of before she hit her 40s that like no companies were paying attention to people after 40. There was no discussion in the board meetings of beauty for women after 40. And it was just kind of this thing of like, where do they go? Like, they just fall off the edge of the earth or something. And then she turned 40 and it was suddenly like, oh, this is actually super disturbing. And I don't like feeling like I'm being written off, like I don't matter anymore, and that my beauty concerns aren't marketable or worth creating products for. And it started to really bother her. And that's why she created it, is she just saw this huge white space for a product that wasn't there, not only existing like an actual product, but psychologically something that we know is there for us in our age group. Because I think this is great for 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Anything over 40, I think, will benefit greatly from this line. That is a really good way for me to end the video, is with my thoughts on that sense of feeling invisible and overcoming that, and knowing that you are in a really wonderful, amazing point in your life, and send you on your way, hopefully with some things that will boost your self-confidence and remind you of how beautiful and special you are. Let me take care of some housekeeping really quick. One, if you want to try this journey with me and you're like, I don't need to wait 60 days, I want to do it with you, I want to do it at the same time, I have a code for Roxy15, ROXY15, and that'll be 15% off anything site-wide at Better Not Younger. So if you want to get one product, all the products, you don't want to do the journey, you just want to try the thickener, whatever you may want to do, if you want to get on that now and not in June when I wrap up my thing, Roxy15 will get you 15% off site-wide, and I'll put all the information below. As well, I want to make sure and remind you to subscribe to my channel. If you didn't earlier, I told you earlier, subscribe to the channel. The button's right below. Click subscribe so that you always see my videos. If you really like my content and you're like, this crazy bish, I enjoy her, well, how will I know when her stuff comes out? Click the bell notification. There's a little bell down there, and you can click that, and that will tell you when a new video has come out. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Ms. Roxy Star, MSROXYSTAR. Also, if you are on LinkedIn, and many of us over 40 are, find me there. I am active on LinkedIn. I'm not just there, I'm active and I post, and it's also Ms. Roxy Star. And then I'm on Facebook too. Also popular with the over 40 set is the Book of Faces. Let's wrap up then with my thoughts on making sure that you don't lose the sense of worthy and beauty that you should always have, because you're special and you deserve it. Over the age of 40, we are all as women experiencing this sense that we are different, that maybe we are diminishing, that maybe we are disappearing, that maybe we aren't as relevant. All these different things around our concept of our beauty starts to get affected by the fact that we feel like we are, quote, aging, and it can be really challenging. But I want to tell you, there is a beauty and a strength and a glamour and a sexiness and a like a sturdiness, but in a good way, and an experienced kind of zhuzh that are all part of a woman who is 40 or older, and can never be part of a woman who's any younger than that at that same potency. It is earned. It is something you fought to get to. It is all of your stories and all of your war wounds and all of your triumphs and all of the love in your life and all of the pain in your life and all of everything that you did, the kids you had, the career you chased, the mistakes, the times you fell flat on your face. These things are what make it different when a 40-year-old woman walks by and a 20-year-old young woman walks by. It feels different, right? They feel different. That's because there is something to that 40-year-old woman that took 40 plus years to build that nobody can take away from her, and that is so uniquely her own. So please, please, please embrace that and know that you can't buy that. There's no serum, there's no pill, there's no option, there's no doctor that can give it to you. Anybody who wants that blatant sex appeal and confidence and wisdom that can be found in a 40-plus-year-old woman can't get it without earning it. There's one way to get it, and it's to live it, right? So just make sure and know and celebrate the fact that everything that is you right now, you earned, and you should be very, very, very happy with yourself to get yourself here, and very, very kind to yourself when you look at what that looks like in the mirror, okay? That's it for now, dolls and dames. Ms. Roxy Star signing out. Love and glitter, and I'll see you soon. Bye.